With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Retro Kart League fires things off for race number 9 right here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Nice, cool evening here tonight. A lot of grip out there in this 2.2 13 turn road course, famous road course here in America. And these Retro Kart open wheel drivers gonna put their skills to the test here tonight. Who's gonna go to victory lane? Will we see Sean Langdon back up last week's win at Road America with yet another dominating road course performance? We're gonna have to wait to find out. An hour on the stopwatch for race time, as qualifying already well and underway. What do you say we go ahead and drop some of that scoring to the left-hand side of your screen, let you find your favorite driver and see how their qualifying efforts are going here tonight. Just about 5 minutes remaining for these drivers to try to lay down a fast time. 11 cars in the field so far here tonight, only 9 with a fast time here in qualifying, and quick time belongs to the number 15 of Johnny Hamby. Great qualifying effort so far here by Hamby. Marcellus Bruning right there sitting in second, and last week's race winner Sean Langdon right behind him, third on the speed charts right now. A 1:12.83 is the time for Langdon. He's got to pick up just about, it looks to be about 4/10 of a second or so for him to take that top time away from Johnny Hamby. Kim Quick gonna work inside of the top 5. Hamlin gonna drop back to 5th now. Michael Taylor, he's visited Victory Lane this season. Will he be able to do it at the road course here tonight? Still a long night ahead of us here from Mid-Ohio, a sports car course. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight as always. Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside, and I'm sure we're going to have some pretty interesting opening corners with tonight's Mid-Ohio Grand Prix coming up right here in just a few short moments. And with just about all the drivers with at least one qualifying lap in the bag, I tell you what, let's go into some of the point standings coming into tonight's race. A lot of implications throughout this field, but a mighty command at the front. Right now, Marcellus Bruning is showing the way in the point standings, leading everybody by 40 points. There you can see how it's shaking out. Right now, your provisional pole sitter sitting in that second position, gaining that pole will give him a 1-point bonus. We'll see if Hamby's going to be able to lock that one on in. Lincoln and Taylor right there battling for third in the point standings. Rossman, Smitham, both of those drivers going at it. Langdon and Chris Brown, they're right there in the mix with Austin Dabbs, not too far off behind them. Then you got Mitz battling with Small and Ray. RFH not at the track here tonight, was not at the track last week, so he's going to tumble deeper into the point standings. But we're starting to have that clear picture as we get down to the final 3 races of season number 1. We've got tonight Watkins Glen as well as Laguna Seca coming up at in the next few short weeks for everybody out there, all the adrenaline fans, all the open wheel action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And well, with that being said, I tell you what, let's go ahead and jump back and check in on that qualifying time. See if the pole position still stands where it was, and indeed it does. Top of the speed charts right now, still with that 1:12.44 fast time tonight for Johnny Hamby. He's gonna take the provisional pole with just about a minute and a half remaining here in qualifying, so the driver's gonna have to find the speed, and they're gonna have to find it fast. Handful of drivers down there in the background. You can see one of them entering pit lane right now. That's going to be the 21 of Kim Quick. Quick going to try to get back out on track and lay down a fast time. It's going to be hard pressed, though, because if you leave pit road right now, it's going to take you about a minute at least to get around this course. So you'll have yourself a one shot at a flying lap. Is anybody else out there going to run on the track? It looks like Langdon still trying to put in a fast time. Marcellus Bruning also trying to do a little bit better if he can. Try to squeeze a little bit more speed out of his 61 machine. You can hear off in the background. You hear these machines coming to life. This is going to be a barn burner, and it looks like that's Langdon and Bruning both go streaking by the cameras. They're going to have enough time to turn in this time lap, and that's going to be it. So coming up just shortly, coming right at you, 55 minutes of action-packed open-wheel road course racing in the Lotus 79 machines. And for all intents and purposes, it does indeed look like Johnny Hamby is going to walk away with the pole position here tonight. Put 1 point in Hamby's back pocket. So with all that being said, race fans, we're going to take a quick commercial break, then head trackside for the national anthem. So don't go anywhere. Get your popcorn, get your Cokes, because it's about to go down right here from Mid-Ohio.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back trackside as drivers begin to roll. Pace car already leading this field back to the starting grid. You can hear the bells beginning to ring in the background. You know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here from Mid-Ohio. As on the gas quick, we're going to get to it real fast. Let's go ahead and throw that up for you anyhow. Oh, and it looks like, no, we're not going to get that. So Johnny Hamby leads them all into turn number one. So a little bit late on that one, so we do apologize. But nonetheless, fast-paced action already underway here from Mid-Ohio. Johnny Hamby out to a half a second race advantage over Sean Langton. Marcellus Bruning dropping back to third. Kim Quick with some trouble. Quick going to fall back to fourth. Look at this hornet's nest going on in through the backstretch and up towards the S's. We've got 3-4 wide right here from Mid-Ohio. Big moves being made. I believe that may have been Michael Taylor in the 22. Yes, it was. Taylor making his way up through the field, trying to get a spot or two. Great job so far here. Everybody keeping it clean and clear. Everybody still out there on the track chasing after your race leader. Showing the way here tonight from Mid-Ohio, Johnny Hamby has them all by a half. Whoa, big moment there for that 82 of Christopher Hamling. Hamling with a big wiggle, big tank slap coming up and over that corner. Through the S's, showing the way is the two of Austin Dabbs, has Bill Smitham and Michael Taylor all over them. They'll jump into the final few corners of the racetrack here, as it looks like Kim Quick already has some issues, and Quick back to pit lane. Meanwhile, we'll jump back up to the front. Let's take a look at your race leader. There's Johnny Hamby with the 30 of Sean Langdon, not too far off of him. Langdon beginning to close in, beginning to cut that lead in half. Over half of that race lead already eaten away. So 30 of Langdon very quick, sitting in second in that 30. Copenhagen Machine, Marcellus Bruning in the doors cell. Blonde Bullet, number 61, Lotus 79, sitting right back there, rounding out the podium positions here. And I believe that Bruning can walk away with a podium finish here tonight. That's all but going to wrap up the championship for Bruning. Hamby, he's going to have to lead all of the laps here tonight. He's going to have to walk away with a race win to have any type of shot with 2 races left. He can try to give his chances for that overall season championship a big-time shot in the arm. Hamblin back running in the 7th position. He needed a good night here tonight. He needed a race-winning performance. And right now, Hamblin a little bit off pace, sitting outside of your top 5. So as race leader, your pole sitter Johnny Hamby tries to step away from Sean Langdon, and we're going to step back in the field, take a look at some of the battles going on. iRacing predicting 35 laps is what we're going to get turned in here tonight. I think we're going to get about 40 laps, but we'll see how good I am at guessing that lap count. Last week was way off. We'll see if I do a little bit better job at it this go around. Austin Dabbs still trying to run down Bill Smith, and there you can see the 55 just off of the foreground, making his way through the S's. Whoa, bit of a moment. Magic Man time for Austin Dabbs. Now you see him, now you don't. Havoline Big K, number 2 of Dabbs, disappears for a moment, reappears, and we'll keep on heading at it. Michael Taylor, Christopher Hamlin going at it, 6th and 7th on the speedway. Back behind them, you have Michael Milford, as well as Neil Cannon, making their debut nights in. Oh, big trouble through the corner. Both Chris Brown and Hamlin both go off. Michael Taylor has trouble. He's going to get it corrected and headed back in the right direction, but big time trouble for all 3 of those cars that got the Target logos on them and the sponsorships, and maybe you don't want to be a Target here tonight. So with a big spin for multiple cars there, 3 drivers going to go around and 3 drivers going to drop deep in the field, way off of the pace now, well behind the field. Going to have to make up a lot of ground here for the rest of the night. Michael Taylor, Chris Brown, and Christopher Hamlin all have issues, all have troubles. Now they run 8th, 9th, and 10th. And as we head back up front with your race leader still showing the way, your pole sitter Johnny Hamby. Still not able to shake Langdon just yet. And I tell you what, we do got a great onboard camera shot. So what do we say? We take a little look back over the gearbox and back at Langdon. There you can see being able to stretch that advantage through the front stretch and through these first few corners. Big downhill run here to turn number 2. This is one of the tougher parts of the track, in my opinion. You'll come through the hairpin here at turn number 2. Back up a very long straightaway into the slight little kink to the right, turn number 3. But turn number 4, a heavy braking zone for turn number 4. You got to have a good exit. Set yourself up for a good run through the keyhole and down through the back stretch at turn 4, turn 5. Very crucial moment here. Very crucial part of the lap. And you can see the 15 getting a little bit sideways under throttle. Great downhill off-camber corner right there as well. And whoa, lighten up the rears. The 15 of Hamby almost goes around. So with 5 laps on the board, 6 when we cross the line this time around, we still got ourselves 48 minutes remaining in this 55-minute timed event. So already almost 10 minutes clicking off of the stopwatch, and very quick at the front of the field, clicking off the laps now. Lap number 6 now underway with Johnny Hamby continuing to show the way. Sean Langdon still sits right there in 3rd. Marcellus Bruning rounding out your podium positions in 3rd. Bill Smitham 5th belongs to Austin Dabbs. And it looks like Michael Taylor may have had a little more trouble here tonight. Neil Cannon also with some trouble. Let's go back. Let's take a look. Let's see what happened with Cannon. Back here on what would have been lap number 4 for Cannon, a little bit of an issue. We'll take a look right there. Clipping the grass, back through the grass and through. That's what you don't want to... Oh, there it is. Destroyed the left rear. And that's going to be all she wrote. That's going to be it. That's going to be a night. He's going to have a long night here in pit road trying to fix up that machine. Let's take a look. Once again, Michael Taylor with some issues. Take a look at the target. Number 22 comes up and up. Gasses it up just a little bit on those rumble strips. And around you go. That's going to be Another handful of seconds, 5 to 6 seconds lost right there with that little misfortune and mishap for that 22 of Michael Taylor. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, race leader John Hamby continues to show the way. Sean Langdon still sitting right there in that second position, still pressing after the race lead, still pressing after your race leader. The RCA 15 of Johnny Hamby continues to keep the lead. I tell you what, let's go on board here with second place runner Sean Langton as he continues to try to reel in your race leader. And Hamby, he's been able to open up the gaps, open up the time and the distance and the advantage for himself back to Langdon multiple times here, but Sean still fighting hard. And he continues to kind of bring it back down to anywhere between 3 tenths to 5 tenths, a half a second. But then once again, Hamby just hits a good portion of the course and builds that gap once again. Gap was 8 tenths of a second, now back down to just 4 tenths going into turn number 2. Heavy and deep into the braking zone. Ew, that's not going to be good. That is not going to be good. He's going to line up the tires once again as well. Gets it going in the right direction. Oh my goodness. Got it going back in the right direction, and there you go. There you have it. And what has happened to Marcellus Bruning? Bruning listed out of the race. Big time trouble here for your points leader. Bruning gonna fall from third all the way out of tonight's race. Oh my goodness. Trouble on the track here at Mid-Ohio for your points leader. And we're trying to look. We're trying to see. And can't really see what's going on or what happened. I'm going to see if we can't get that queued up for you here in just a moment or two. And we'll go back to the pass where Bill Smith was able to take that third position away. So here, we'll take a look at it here. See if we can't see something. And it looks like we may have had another driver overcook the corner. Bill Smitham going to take over that third position. We'll take a look back here as Milford Jr. goes by. He takes that fourth position away from Marcellus Bruning as Bruning was wounded. Trouble on track already. And that's going to do it. He's going to head to pit road. So we'll get back to the front of the field. 5-second advantage for this man right here. Walked away with the pole position here tonight. Going to try to max point at Mid-Ohio. And what a shot on the arm it would be for Hamby, huh? Coming into tonight's race, sitting second in the overall point standings. 40 points back. He's going to be able to chop that almost in half. With Bruning having trouble and out of tonight's race, only going to walk away with a handful of points, possibly two points for Bruning. So a big gain in the point standings here at Mid-Ohio. If Hamby can finish this thing off, he continues to open up that gap. And it looks like Bruning, fortunately enough, he's going to be able to soldier on here tonight. So the day's not done. It is not over. Do not count out your points leader. He is listed 2 laps down, but there, you never know. There could be some trouble later on for a handful of drivers. So Bruning doing what champions do, but trying to persevere through all of the adversity here tonight to walk away with as many points as he can. Bruning now sits in ninth. I'm going to jump around the track just a little bit. Let's see what we can't see out there. Going to go back, check in on this 22 target machine of Michael Taylor. Taylor now back into the top 5 after 2 off-track excursions. Able to keep the tires clean. Able to keep the car clear. Oh, a little bit sideways down into the corner there for Taylor, but he's going to keep the machine under him. Another big wiggle. I'm telling you, these drivers are fighting these machines all over the track. Let's go take a look at this 90 of Milford Jr. Sporting those PPG Copenhagen black colors on that 90. Great run so far here. We'll see if Milford can walk away with the debut night here inside of the top 5. Good run so far. Going to come back across the front stretch and back across the line. Less than 25 laps remaining. However, you don't worry about those lap counts because it is a timed event. Only local yellows matter. Full road course rules. Here with the Retro Kart League. Season number 1 well and underway. Race number 9 here tonight at the Ohio Grand Prix. These Retro Kart League drivers absolutely laying down some fast times, mirroring their qualifying times at this juncture in the race. So definitely got some heat, definitely have some grip in these Lotus 79s, and they are tearing up the track. And I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and throw the track map up for you? What do you say? Let's give you a little idea of where your driver is running on the track in comparison to a race leader. Then you can see Johnny Hamby marked with that JH. That's right, we're using the initials here tonight so you can find your favorite driver. And Hamby already beginning to close in on some lap traffic just off in front of him. He'll have Chris Brown, Austin Dabbs, both 7th and 8th inside of the top 10, but both drivers going to be reeled in by your race leader rather quickly. Sean Langdon not too far off. He's been able to chop into that race lead. Was once over 6 seconds, now down under 5. So Langdon, after his self-spin, he's going to right the ship and continue to try to head off in the right direction. Race leader, he's closing in there. You can see that 37 to Chris Brown, and Brown going to do the gentleman thing. Take that Cooper tire. 37 to the inside of the racetrack. Give race leader the racing line, and we've got more trouble. Austin Dabbs with trouble off track. Going to move out the way, and he is very slow. Coming through the first corners and down to turn number 2. Very slow down that long front stretch. Turns 4 and 5 here for race leader. Nobody in sight. He's got himself quite a distance to try to make up to get to your next driver. 1 lap down. Christopher Hamling running in that 6th spot, but quite a bit out front as race leader Johnny Hamby begins to close in on the final corner here. I tell you what, we haven't been on board with your race leader. Let's ride a lap here at Mid-Ohio with your race leader, Johnny Hamby. And there it is, just an idea of how fast these drivers are going through these corners. 50, 60, 70 miles an hour through some very tight corners. Coming up now through the S's. And got to head into the backside of the track. There's a turn number, I believe that is turn number 11. Coming up on the bend and into turn number 12. Final corner just around the way here for Johnny Hamby. We'll come back down the hill, make the final corner right here, turn number 13. And just like that, that's a lap with your race leader, Johnny Hamby. A little bit further back through the field, let's go check in with Sean Langdon, and he's going to be actually heading to pit road. Big time trouble here now for Hamby, so we'll go jump right on board with Christopher Hamley. Just a little look from inside of the car as these drivers put down some fast times here at this 2.2 mile beautiful road course. 13 corners here in the Mid-Ohio Grand Prix, and showing the way as he has all night. Johnny Hamby out to a 36-second advantage. It's smooth sailing from here. He's just got to keep the tires on the track and on the tarmac, and Hamby will indeed max point here tonight. Jumping back out of the car. Tell you what, why don't we go ahead, see what happened to a handful of our drivers here. Austin Dabbs with some trouble, and he's going to have an issue and head down pit road. Let's take a look here. Already trouble, and he's trying to get back underway. And there you see more trouble once again here for Austin Dabbs. So trouble on the track for Austin Dabbs. And now let's go check the replay. Find out what happened with Sean Langdon. There he is. He's just going to overcook it. Contact with the front wing, and Dabbs and Langdon both now on pit lane. So trouble here for a handful of drivers. Gonna whittle the field on down to those with a shot at a race win. Christopher Hamling, now the last driver on the lead lap, 49 seconds back. He's only about 30 seconds out front of your race leader. So Johnny Hamby, he has an outside shot at possibly putting drivers inside of your top 5 one lap down as well. And what a night here tonight. What a time in the season for Hamby to go for broke. What a time to make up those points. And that's in the final 3 races of season number 1 here. Hamby needed this race win. He's going to need at least one more win before the year's out to have a mathematical shot and chance at lifting the season hardware here in season number 1. We'll see if Hamby's going to be able to get that job done over the course of the next 3 weeks. This one all but sitting in his lap inside the cockpit of that RCA 15 Lotus machine. Taking a look through the speed charts, and there you can see Christopher Brown yielding the position once again. Brown now going to be listed 2 laps down, so only your top 5 left on the lead lap here tonight at Mid-Ohio. Brown down 2 laps. Marcellus Bruning down 2 laps. Sean Langdon is going behind pit wall, and that is gonna be it. Langdon will not continue on here tonight, so that will give us 3 drivers officially out of tonight's race. Sean Langdon, Neil Kenning, and Kim Quick early exit here tonight in the Mid-Ohio Grand Prix. Austin Dabbs able to get the 2 machine fired back up and back out on the track. Michael Milford now on his way to pit lane. Milford looks like this is gonna be a scheduled stop, already down and away and back up to speed, working his way off of pit road. Pass for position being made a moment ago. Marcellus Bruning was able to work his way up and around Chris Brown to take over the 6th position. 2 laps down, but still making up some time. That is what champions do. And let's go check out the pass. Let's see how it went down. There you can see Bruning slowly working his way up and right on through the inside. Not much of a contest there. The Duracell Blonde Bullet number 61 of Bruning gonna take that 6th spot away and head off into the sunset. We'll jump back live at the front of the field as the 22 of Michael Taylor has made his way to pit road for what should be his only green flag pit stop. Hamby, Smitham, and Hamblink still yet to make their pit stops here tonight from Mid-Ohio. And as we reach the meat of tonight's race, the middle point, the midway, just about at the true halfway point, we'll take a look at the time over there left to go. Still 32 minutes of racing action left here at Mid-Ohio. We are 22 minutes into tonight's race. And stepping away to a 44-second advantage, now putting all the way up to 4th position, at least 1 lap down Johnny Hamby absolutely lights out here tonight. Dominating performance, but you gotta do all 55 minutes. It does nothing for you to have a great opening 50 minutes of racing if you throw it away in the final 5. So I'm sure car chiefs and crew chiefs are in the ear of Hamby right now, letting them know the situation, letting them know, hey, look, you got nothing to worry about, no pressure whatsoever. We have ourselves a 46-second advantage, and it looks like the pit road delta is only somewhere in that 30-second range, so he will be able to make a pit stop and come out of pit road with the race lead still in hand. So at this point in time, if you're on that crew, you're out there just keeping your fingers crossed, hoping that you don't hear any knocks, any noises, hope no rods go flying through the side of these engines, but what will be here at the Mid-Ohio Grand Prix. Still having some of those connection issues is that number 2 of Austin Dabbs, still soldiering on here tonight. Dabbs down multiple laps, 4, gonna make that 5 laps down now, is working his way to the inside is your race leader. No battles on the track, but we're gonna jump around just a little bit. What do you say, race fans? What do you say we go with a mid-race report, your driver highlight? Ed Spotlight's here tonight, snatching the pole position, leading every single lap so far. As we work our way past that 24-minute mark, Johnny Hamby continues to show the way. Back in second place right here inside of that 55 machine. Bill Smitham with a great, solid night. Smitham came into tonight's race sitting just outside of the top 5 in points. Just 2 points back from Stefan Rossman, and with Rossman not in the field here tonight, look for Smitham to catapult his way inside of the top 5 and maybe inside of the top 4. Gonna have to have a handful of more points to try to run down Michael Taylor, who's only 7 points in front of him right now, with Smitham running in second and Taylor back in 5th. It may be what he needs. Driver that's sitting in third, rounding out your podium drivers here tonight, is that 82 of Christopher Hamlink. Hamlink with a good solid night here from Mid-Ohio. Had a little bit of a rough go at the start, but able to get things righted and continue on here tonight. Smitham going to come down pit road, and that's going to leave Hamlink moving in to the second position. But a big-time shout-out to this guy right here. Got to give a shout-out to the man inside of this 90 Copenhagen machine, working his way around the track, up 7 positions from where he qualified. He was tail end, shotgun Sally on the field here tonight. And now, running inside of your top 5, one of the few drivers remaining on the lead lap. So a big tip of the cap and attaboy right there for Michael Milfit Jr. inside of the 90 Copenhagen Lotus. Jump around just a little bit. Looks like we've got ourselves about 21, 22 laps on the board here tonight. So down to 28 minutes. What do you say? How many laps do you think we can get in, huh? I got a feeling we're going to see... I got a feeling we're going to see somewhere in the range of about 42 laps. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 42 laps is what these drivers are going to be able to turn in here tonight. And now Hamby, with the pace he's got in that car, he is close to putting a driver in the top 3 off of the lead lap. There you can see that RCA 15 machine, and he is closing in quickly on the tail end of Milfit Jr., but MJ's got something working for him right here. He's already made his green flag pit stop back at 16 laps into tonight's race, so about 5 to 6 laps ago. Race leader has not made his pit stop yet. 82 of Christopher Hamlink has not made his pit stop either, so this could come around and work itself into an advantage for Milford Jr. MJ could possibly close in on Hamlin and leapfrog him and grab that second spot away. I don't think he's going to be able to fly around the track quick enough to get the top spot away from Johnny Hamby. As we've already said here tonight, I believe this is pretty much in the bag. Just going to have a smooth night, continue to keep it on the tarmac and in between the grass. What a night, what a race here for Johnny Hamby. And race number 9 of the Retro Kart League. You're watching the Mid-Ohio Grand Prix. And race leader Johnny Hamby continues to put drivers one lap down. Milford Jr. now going to fall one lap down and be the latest victim on the list. Hamby not showing any mercy right now. He's going to try to lap the entire field before coming to pit road. How about that for domination? How about that for just a true performance night here for Hamby? He needed that solid run, and it looks like he's going to get it. Marcellus Bruning has some more trouble, and he is going to head back behind pit wall. So a tough break here tonight for Bruning. Your points leader exits early. And it looks like he may be able to hold on to 7th as Austin Dabb, Sean Langdon, Neil Canning, and Kim Quick all listed down and out of tonight's race already early here tonight. So that's going to be 4 drivers retired from the field. And Johnny Hamby continues to pick them up and lay them down and put them laps down here from Mid-Ohio. And I'll tell you what, while we got a little bit of a break in the action, no real battles to speak of at this point in time. Just an absolutely dominating performance by your race leader, your pole sitter. Looking to cut into your points leader gap. Just showing the way. Johnny Hamby out to a 1 minute 3 second advantage, and that is like all day. We say that's about all day because just about 10 seconds out in front of him sits that 82 of Christopher Hamlin. So Hamlin is almost fallen victim to race leader. He's in the final corner now as Hamby begins to make his final approach. And Hamlin going to stay out on track. He's not going to hit pit lane just yet. What does race leader do? And he's going to pull off this time around. Johnny Hamby going to pull off and head down pit road. Going to hit that pit road limiter and keep the car down at speed. There's Christopher Hamlin, who continues to stay out on the track. Michael Milford Jr. able to get himself back onto the lead lap. Continues to hold on to that podium position without much fight. Bill Smitham also going to get himself back onto the lead lap, running in the 4th position. Michael Taylor trying, but he's going to stay stuck at least one lap down here. So a tough break, tough night for this 22 target machine as he crosses the line. He sits in 5th. And how about Bruning? We got to give a big shout out here to your points leader, Marcellus Bruning. Issues, trouble, multiple times, having to go back behind pit wall for just a few moments and giving up tons of track time and tons of position. Bruning now going to fall into that 7th spot, listed as the final driver still running on the track. 3 laps down in 7th. Tough night here tonight for your points leader. But Bruning, he's going to soldier on. That is one thing that you can assure yourself of, trying to grab as many points as he can. And it looks like he's going to have to wait until next week at Watkins Glen to see if he can lock in that Season 1 championship coming at you next week. We got the Grand Prix at the Glen here with the Retro Kart League. And we may very well be able to crown a race winner and a season champion. It's all going to come down to next week. Johnny Hamby doing everything he's had to do here tonight to cut into that points lead of Marcellus Bruning. So max point night here tonight, and he's going to be all over him. iRacing saying 9 more laps. I think we got ourselves somewhere around 13, 14 laps remaining. If you want to ask me, let's go check the stopwatch. There's still 21 minutes of racing action here tonight. And, well, yeah, I think it's going to be 12 laps. I think I'm pretty close here tonight. I think we're going to have ourselves at least another 12 laps. We'll continue to keep the camera up here with your race leader, Johnny Hamby, showing the way. Absolutely dominating performance here at this 13-corner track. A lot of elevation changes, a handful of off-camber corners for these drivers as well. And as Bill Smitham looks in his side mirrors, he's going to get mirror full of race leader Johnny Hamby continuing to close in, continuing to try to put as many drivers one lap down as he can here tonight, and all the way up to second on track lapped before his round of green flag pit stops. Lost, let's see, what did he lose? He had himself just about a 1.7 second or a minute and 7 second advantage. It's going to drop down to just under 50. So, yeah, you're looking at a good 28, 29 second loss by coming to pit road there for Hamby. So, although Hamlin trying to extend this as far as he can, I think he's only hurting himself at this point in time as race leader able to work his way around that 55 of Bill Smitham. Johnny Hamby going to take the top spot away and continue to sail around this 13-corner 2.2 road course here in Lexington, Ohio. Beautiful Mid-Ohio sports car course. And there it is, Hamlin indeed comes to pit road for his only stop of the evening, and that's going to move Michael Milford Jr. into that second position. So the number 90 Copenhagen machine going to take over that second spot. Still almost a full minute behind a race leader who's working his way through turns number 2 down the long back stretch and into the kink and into the S's. Here goes Milford Jr. And not too far behind him there, you can see that JH up in the track map located to the top right hand of your screen. That is your race leader. Closing in on second position. Oh my. Let's take a look at Christopher Hamlin. There you can see Hamlin just off in front of race leader. There is Johnny Hamby, your pole sitter, your race leader. He's walked away with the most laps led here tonight, and it does indeed also look like he's going to walk away with the fastest time on track. A 1:12.86 is the fast time in a race trim for Hamby, and that is, yes indeed, the fastest lap of the race so far here. So absolutely dominating performance right now. Hamlin also going to do the gentleman move. He'll keep it to the right side, or the left side, I apologize, of the track, out of the race leader's racing line. And just like that, Hamby gonna put all the way up to second, 1 lap down. Can he catch MJ? Can he catch Michael Milford Jr. and take and put your second place runner 1 lap down as well here tonight? That will be the entire field. We have yet to see a performance to that extent so far at the multiple road courses that we've been through so far here in these first opening 9 races of season number 1 for the Retro Kart League. We have not seen a dominating performance like this. Johnny Hamby, different area code, different country, different planet right now. Absolutely alien status here tonight from the Mid-Ohio Grand Prix. Johnny Hamby leads by 1 minute and 2 seconds. So as we close in on the final few, about 15 minutes remaining here on the stopwatch in tonight's Mid-Ohio Grand Prix. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Drop them that thumbs up. Let them know you enjoy all the great open wheel action they provide week in, week out. As always, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show the drivers love. Drop the thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash that bell over there with the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So while you're here, while you're at it, drop these drivers that thumbs up. Scroll on down to the description. You can find a link right on over to the Retro Kart League. The 2023 calendar's coming out. Limited edition. The limited quantities. You know you want one. You know you need to go get one. You can head right over there in the description, click the link, and go grab yourself your very own Retro Kart League calendar here for the upcoming 2023 year. You can also head on over to Amazon.com, check out your man Marcellus Bruning's Blonde Bullet Racing comic book. It is an absolute great read, and why not support a fellow iRacer and what it is that he does away from the track. Marcellus Bruning, your creator of the Blonde Bullet Racing comic book. So go help out your fellow racer, go help out a fellow man, and go check out some great reading material as well. The Blonde Bullet, now available on Amazon.com. And can he do it? I'm curious. Can Johnny Hamby really lap the entire field? You can see on the track map, Milford Jr. heading into the kinks and through the S's down in the second half of this 2.2 mile race course. And not too far off behind is Johnny Hamby. I'm telling you, Hamby's probably going to get there, and it is... Wow. I'm almost lost for words, to be 100% honest right now. I mean, stellar, lights out, killer. Dominating just isn't good enough. He has had control and command of this race since the drop of the green flag, since they unloaded this RCA number 15 machine of Johnny Hamby here with the Lotus 79 drivers inside the Retro Kart League. Hamby has been top of the speed charts in happy hour, top of the speed charts in qualifying, walked away with a bonus point for the pole position, fastest time in race trim as well, has led the most laps every single lap in his back pocket. Max pointing here tonight from Mid-Ohio, Johnny Hamby, man. These are the type of races that turn drivers into legends. And as we continue to watch the race leader, tell you what, let's go back up here. Let's go back forward on the track here. Let's take a look and see how Michael Milford Jr.'s handling things, getting around the track, still staying clean and clear of the grass, keeping it on the pavement. And there's race leader Hamby back in the background so he can see him. They're there. But a great run here for MJ, able to keep the car underneath him. Because these tires, very different, very, very different from what a lot of the road course open wheel machines run. These tires, after about 10 laps, are absolutely a handful. And coming down to the final few laps, I do believe this very well may do it. I think this might be an end to the evening. Coming across the line this time around, will this be the white flag? I believe we will see a checkered flag fly here in just a handful of moments. Johnny Hamby will indeed cross the start-finish line this time around and take the race win. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, just like that, checkered flag is gonna fly this time around out of the final corner inside of the RCA 15 machine. Johnny Hamby will walk away with the race win here in the Mid-Ohio Grand Prix. And to do so, he's going to slow down right at the line and give these fans in the stands a smoke show and a little bit of post-race celebration. My goodness, what a run. What a dominating performance here tonight. And doing a little burnout on the front stretch in the grass. Johnny Hamby walks away with his first checkered flag of the season. And we're going to step away for just a brief moment and get things set up and ready to go for your post-race right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside here from Mid-Ohio at the conclusion of tonight's Retro Kart League. Mid-Ohio Grand Prix. What a run. What a race. Johnny Hamby walked away with his first checkered flag of the season. Max pointing the night here from Mid-Ohio, and it does appear that it has taken a toll on your podium drivers, all of them in the infield care center being seen by our medical professionals trackside. So we hope all of the drivers are going to be all right. So we'll run down your podium right here just really fast, walking away with third position here tonight. Great recovery after an early spin in the evening on lap number 2. Christopher Hamlin going to drop all the way outside of your top 10 and run his way back to a podium finish here tonight. Hamlin will finish in third. That'll move us right along to the man that walked away second here tonight, finishing in that second spot. Debut night and debut race. Michael Milford Jr. gonna walk away from the track in that second position. So a great run here tonight for Milford Jr. taking the top spot, walking away with the checkered flag here tonight will be that 15 RCA machine of Johnny Hamby. It looks like we have a little bit of technical issues going on in the background, so I tell you what, let's go ahead and run down. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, if you will. And there it is. Yes, producers hitting those buttons for us, and we'll go ahead and run down your unofficial race results here tonight from Mid-Ohio, walking away with the top spot. Finishing tonight's race with the checkered flag in hand. What a run, what a night here. Max points for the 15 of Johnny Hamby. Michael Milford Jr. walks away second with Christopher Hamlin back in third, rounding out your podium drivers here tonight. The 55 of Bill Smitham back in fourth with Michael Taylor turning his night around in the target number 22 machine. Michael Taylor finishes out the field in fifth. Marcellus Bruning back in 6th, 7th place tonight to the 37 of Chris Brown. Austin Dabbs early trouble. The 2 will check out and end up with 8th, 9th place points tonight. Belong to Sean Langdon. Neil Kenning back in 10th. And rounding out the 11 car field from the Mid-Ohio Grand Prix will be Kim Quick. So that's how things shook out here tonight from Mid-Ohio. With all of that being said, we'll go ahead and get your standings out the way. And, well, that's going to do it for us. We're going to get ready to head to the Grand Prix at the Glen next Friday night. Mark it down on your calendar, or better yet, I tell you what, go ahead and join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers that love and drop the thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. From myself, Dave in the Cave, and everybody back in the production booth, we do appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.